Gentlemen, welcome. A60's back in the building. I'm in my second home. Shout out my Elite Learners family. So I'm rocking my new Elite Learner shirt. I need some more, man. You gotta hook me up. I need some more shirts. I need some flavors. Shout out to all my family that I saw this weekend. For those I didn't get a chance to see, I apologize. I was here on some really other stuff, but decided to get some business in as well. But I'm here now today with the Lopez brothers. This is crazy.
Yobis, just correct.
Yobis?
Like, yo, peace.
Okay, well, that must be Spanish. I don't know. You got me confused with that one. But listen, man, I want to say I appreciate you brothers for doing this interview. It's been well overdue. You know, you guys have watched me grow in the park. You guys took me under your wing. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. In my books, I don't care what anybody else thinks, you're Hall of Famers and you're legends. And if nobody decided to put you in there, you're going to be in my book. So thank you for doing this, man. And I appreciate you for getting that permit. Kingston Park, we got the permit. So it's official. July 10th is official.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's start this off with you guys. Tell me.
You want to start? You can start.
Well, I start. Well, me and Magic, we came in, what was our first bar? Kingston with the Zodiacs?
Gates Avenue Gas.
I'm talking about with the fellas here. It was Kingston.
No, you came in with Casino at Kingston.
Okay.
And then we came in as the Zodiacs later on. No, we came in with Zodiacs at St. John's. And then we branched out from there.
Yeah.
Branched out.
Yeah, Zodiacs was with our brother Steve.
Mm-hmm.
He brought us on. A bunch of young.
Yeah, we was the youngest team in the bar league. Because at that time, it was a bar league. It was like you had to play out of a bar. And the same bar that's across the street from St. John's, it used to be Moonlight. Moonlight, and some games there. Some games. I was the youngest one. I wasn't even allowed in the bar. Like they used to bring me a drink outside now. It was like that.
You couldn't go inside.
I couldn't go inside. So they brought it outside.
The only bar we went into was Sugar Tree on Munch.
No shit.
That's
Yeah.
when we knew the owner, so he would let us sneak in. And we would have to go into the back. So the backyard we would have to stay. But it was going back in the days. This is like 75, 76.
A lot of the players that play with us now wasn't even playing. But yeah, we was Zodiacs, and then it's something about me and my brother. Just because we brothers, we didn't play on the same team at the time.
I was going to ask that question. That was later on, but okay.
Yeah, it was always competition against me and Magic, and he got the name Magic because of his glove. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, when he was playing the gas station on Gates Avenue and all the parks, that glove was just something special. So. And my nickname Munch came because I used to eat all the time. So.
Our original names was Snack, Crackle, and Pop. We had an older brother, Tito.
Okay.
When we broke into the league, it was 8,
9, and 10.
Tito's number was 9, and that was number 10. So Snack, Crackle, and Pop. Tito was the center fielder, Munch was the pitcher, and I was the shortstop. And then you had Steve as the manager. So,
but we had a hell of a team. We had a lot of guys, like we had J. Bo,
hell of a
shortstop. We had Woody. Rest in peace. We had Boomer. We had Lightbulb. Center field. We had our team was young. We the one that brought, I'm gonna say, the style to the league, because we used to march to the field with our new uniforms, with bags, We
come in, and before we went into the field, we would do a lap around the bases.
Yeah, that young stuff.
And then as you peeled off to your base, you peeled off. So the first baseman was last, third baseman was first. So we run around, first baseman peels off, second baseman, shortstop, third base. It was a show.
It was a show. But you had teams that was established already. You had Moonlight, you had T-Birds, Randy's,
Nomads, Radar,
USA. It was a hell of a journey, again, just being And then being able to say that you played with a lot of great players, because I know on our team we have great players, and then as we got older, again, I always proud to say that me and Magic always was in competition, always. Um, he was a hell of a hitter too, or and still is. But when we start branching off, then that's when I started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
But we had a lot of people that showed us so much love though, like, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta mention definitely Tony Cherry. And then if people remember the Renegades, we had Happy as a coach. We had
Nate, cool.
Yeah, right. Rest in peace, Heavy, you know. And you know, like our guys, man, Fatty, you know, it's just a pleasure to say that I played with them guys, and that even not the game, just being around them, and you know. And there's one guy that I have to mention that he really didn't play with us much, but he meant a lot to my career, Reggie Manning. Reggie always used to tell me, Munch, come on, man, come on, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. And it just always stuck to me to this very day. And a lot of people don't give Reggie the respect that he deserved. Reggie was a hell of a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, and his resume speaks.
Definitely.
His resume
Yes,
speaks.
yes.
You know, you got a lot of people that's talking that don't have a resume. That Reggie resume speaks, and Reggie is always one of my idols. You know what I'm saying? Like, always was and always will. And then we just got into the big leagues, right?
Did you have an idol like that too? You know, like you said.
I had a bunch of them. You know, Mike, he was the biggest one. Small guy, but great athlete. You know, and then you had these other like Fatty, Zach, as crazy as he was, he had nobody
No
take
doubt
away
about it.
his athletic ability.
I heard some great shortstop, right?
Oh, anyway you
around.
want it, anyway you want it.
All around. So, and then, you know, as you got into it, like you said, Tony Cherry, you know, he showed me here and there. Because when I started, I was a gapper. Right field, right center. That was my thing. But then once you evolve, people start telling you, well, do this, that. It's your choice to listen.
Right.
But you listen to those that you think is going to be effective. And Nate and Steve and Gordon, they taught me how to pull. And that just became.
Yeah, I saw it.
And it was heaven.
I didn't understand how you was hitting with certain type of construction bag gloves.
I had to because I like to grip the bottom. If you notice, a lot of the good hitters, their pinky and second finger is around the knob.
Tap. When you look at
Look
Tap,
at Tap, look at Tony Jerry, is around because that's wrist action.
Okay.
Try it one day, just wrap it around and great wrist action. And I learned that from this guy, which is Odex, years ago. His name was D.D. McGee. He was about 800 years old. Wow, but hell of a ball player. And he taught me how to do that.
I'm going to ask y'all a question. Why do they forget the past? The younger generation just forget the past is because they wasn't a part of it?
That's it. You know, my opinion is that they just wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? And then when we was playing, like I said, it was certain teams that just was established. You know what I'm saying? And not downgrading anyone because that's just not my style. Is that the games we watch, and you know, the games we watch today, you couldn't even be on the field when we was playing. It's just, and it's a different atmosphere. It was family. My son Reggie and my daughter played. And once we got to the park, I ain't had to worry about them eating. I ain't had to worry about them. The park was taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, it's just so much going on right now. It's hard to live that way. But it was just so many good times, man. You know, I met my wife Val out there, which I'm still with her crazy self. You know what I'm saying? But with the fans that we have with USA, that's before he came, because you was a tribe before us. You was a tribe too, right?
Yeah.
You was another tribe.
Wrong answer.
So what team you was with Alvin Tribe and all the ones out? You was Genesis?
I played 1 year, last year, the championship.
With Genesis? Yeah, all right. You ain't had to say that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
But I played with USA, I played with the Eagles,
The Eagles,
seven. I played with regulators.
Yeah, that was the hero.
Was Salam on that team when you was Salam?
Salam didn't come to St. John's till later.
He came later on.
Well, he played with the mechanic guy. What's the one that rest in peace? He passed away.
T&L dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, T&L dude, he did, but honestly, I don't remember Salon actually playing up at St. John's, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he came
But it was
way
later.
later.
Yeah.
But I played regulators, I played with USA 1 year.
Uh-huh.
That's because me and Moby was in the outfield together. I remember that. Misfits. Remember that team, the Misfits?
Misfits.
Wayne and them.
Wayne and them, yeah.
So I played with them. Yeah, but I never played with the tribe. I never got that. I wasn't good enough that time. I was, you know, they had the all-star team. I wasn't on there. Big Daddy, Magic, Eric, Desmo. They were killing over there. They don't need me out there. They don't need me out there. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I went over there to manage them. I didn't have to manage. I just advised, you know, because they were established. You had the Waynes, you had the Erics, the Porkies, Tony, Purnell, and all these guys. They knew what they were doing. It was just a matter of pushing them to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't manage. I advised.
Did they ever win the championship in trial?
No. But we always got knocked out of that.
Oh, okay.
I think you took a shot. I think that was a shot.
No.
I think that was a shot. I was just shut down. I think that was a shot.
The laws when we played USA.
Yeah, I knew it was a shot.
It's covered.
Okay, all right.
We played USA, and this is one of my most memorable moments. We played USA, Munch pitching, I'm hitting. 8 home runs.
And talking mess.
8 home runs. And Lloyd was like, "Yo, Munch, why you keep pitching to him?" And Munch like, I'm gonna get him. And every time I would hit him deeper and deeper and deeper.
And the next game, Lloyd sat me down.
Yeah.
He said,
Sat me down. Yeah, I know we did that, yeah.
But the thing about when we played against each other, we had done something that we may not even realize. Prior to every game, we would come out, hug his folks, and go back. Competitors to the heart, but always friendly. You know what I'm saying?
And that was key. Growing up in that era, like I said, you know, when we played Reggie's out there, Domino out there in the park, family, we were able to do whatever they want, run around whatever they want. That was crazy.
But that all stemmed from when we first started playing softball. We grew up on Gates between Reed and Patrick. There was an abandoned gas station. That was our Shea Stadium. You know, we all lived in one building, 880 Gates, and it's the only building on that block that's still standing. In that building, it was us,
Chili Mo,
right across the door. Right across, you know, his grandmother, aunts, you know, they raised us as well as my parents raising him. Then you had upstairs, you had the Foster brothers. I don't know if you know them, it was June, Chris,
Jojo.
they had a young brother called Jojo. Across the street from the gas station, there was a Spanish family with Louis, Port R. You talking about superstar? Couldn't beat them. Then you had the Stewards, the Sylvester, these are the older guys that taught us the game. And we would play with clinches that was taped up. So they played at 309, they come back with the balls, balls are ripped, we taped it up with electric tape, and we played with that. And you couldn't tell us we was out.
Gangsta playing back then.
It was on.
I was Bud House here, Chris and Jules, Tommy Agee, and Cleon Jones. I grew up Met fan, you know.
That's your fault.
Listen, call what you want. But definitely, those are the times.
But our rival when we was playing out of there was the Commodores.
222
bombs. And they played, they had a field connected to a school.
Junior Academy,
and the precinct was around the corner. We used to go at war. And They had a hell of a team, the Commodores, and they played in Kingston a couple of years, right? Val brother Tyrone played. They had a brother named Junebug. They had
And he used to play.
Andy. Yeah, it was it was like that block against block competition. That
definitely.
even after the game, you see, yeah, we got you, we got you. It was like that.
I remember when we played at Kingston Park. They walked to the field. We sitting on the bench. We yelling at them. Like, y'all ain't shit. Fuck yo. We going at it. But again, that was friendly competition.
Love,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The game now, you can't do that. You can't have that trash talk without somebody saying,
Taking
"Oh,
it
wait till
offensive,
after
yeah.
the game." It's not like that.
I want to ask you a question. Y'all been playing out there so long. When did you guys see the game change? In St. John's or in Kingston, whichever. Meaning it was at a certain point where the veterans, the OGs, stuck around, talked, mentored, to where the younger guys came and didn't listen. When did you see it change for the worse?
Well, Magic played more years in Kingston than me because I wasn't too much of a straight in hitter. Only time I played is when Heb used to take me out and Tony Cherry. But St. John's, wow, and it changed real quick, Al. Like it wasn't no like step. It went like from one year, the next year it just dropped, and to this very day I can't answer that question because. And me and Val always talk about it. We don't know what happened in St. John's. Like, veterans start passing away. We just didn't have that group behind us that had that hunger and that had that fun like we had. You know what I'm saying? Once, like, I'm gonna say, what's the shortstop that used to play with you? I think he was a Tribe, or he was a hell of a shortstop.
I thought that was for me.
No. So what team you played at? He played recently too. He played with us one time with the job. He was a hell of a shortstop, skinny guy, athlete. When he came in, everything started changing. It's gonna come to me, but it just happened real fast. And my group and I can mention like Outlaws and USA and Renegades and the Tribe and Casino and what's the name of the team that Smooth used to play for the Projects that had big checks?
Albany,
Smooth and all of them played,
Right.
Blue and all of them. So, it was just from St. John, everything. I wish I could answer that. And I'm going to do my research. It just fell off. Kingston, I don't know what happened.
What I think happened was when the change of officiating came in. When we started playing, we had umpires coming in that went through the training, were bona fide classes, and they weren't from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we and those before us, we respected these officials. And yeah, listen, things are gonna happen. You're gonna dispute. You're gonna argue. But once they say this is your warning, it ended there. When we started, again, this is just my take. When we started officiating our own kind or our own players, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it was wrong. But the respect wasn't there no more. You know what I'm saying? So let's say with Ray and them, for an example, when his officiating group left, that's where the major change came in. Because now you had me officiating, you had Doug, and everybody knew each other, so the game wasn't the same. It's not that we didn't control it, but the respect wasn't there. They respected us, but not to the point where this game is serious. And that's where I think the game changed. Now you have the younger brothers that came in, they felt they could talk to us the way we want because we sit down there and we drink afterward.
Mm-hmm.
What they failed to realize, I'm here to do a job. You're gonna hate me doing the game because I hated officials.
Mm-hmm.
And a prime example was Desmond. All right, and he told me, he said, "Man, when you between those lines, I hate you. But afterwards, if you need to ride home, you know I got you.
Right.
And that's where I think it was. You know, the chain and losing the respect for the game.
Crime said the name of that team was called Shanique.
Shemay.
Yes.
I just said
No
that.
doubt.
Crime, way to come through, baby.
Shemay.
Shamik,
Let me
yeah,
tell you,
no
that's
doubt.
with Charlie the crackhead.
Yeah, Charlie.
Who's the
What? Let me tell you,
A
this
hell of a
brother
player,
here,
too.
second baseman,
Oh,
great second baseman. When he will hustle, right?
Yeah,
His
crime.
thing was, yo, let me get 37 cents.
Never even know. Yo, let me get 36 cents.
And I asked, yo, why you ask? He said, man, I said, listen, let me tell you the game. If I ask for a quarter, you're gonna give me a quarter. But if I ask for 36 cents, you're gonna give me 50 cents. And think about it. Because I ain't walking around with 36
Yeah,
cents.
you gotta just take these
One
two.
day, just take these two quarters. You know,
But a hell of a nice guy, man. Would take his shirt off.
yeah.
He was with Woo and Smooth and
And
Big
Crime,
Tex
I don't
and
know about
Crime. Yeah, Crime. Wow, no doubt.
That's another people.
But Al, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Before you left, was St. John's tour already became Ashford, is what it is now, or was it it was
We're still
concrete
concrete.
when you left? Okay.
We're still concrete. Still concrete. That was the year Kingston, I guess they didn't have a permit,
Okay.
so games were played up in St. John's.
Okay.
So that was 2005. I left in 2005. So that's when, yep.
That's when it became the Ash.
It wasn't normal, it wasn't, St. John's wasn't even played. The park wasn't even used
It
at that
wasn't
time.
even being used. And it never got back together after
Yeah,
that.
that's what we never,
Again, that's
the last one was, this is beat USA,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
down
listen.
0-3.
Okay.
So was 0-3?
No, it was all, yeah, all right, it was all.
Came back on 4 straight.
Yeah.
Can y'all tell me who printed up that flyer? Can we talk about that?
You know who
I
it is.
just want to know who printed up that flyer.
That's a shot right there.
You know what? I gotta throw a shot.
It wasn't no flyer, it was Patty. He made the shirts, you know?
But it was a flyer first.
Yeah, and then he made the shirts. And
Because
then
you know what's funny, if I remember correctly, we were all in the dugout, getting ready to start. I think it was a 9 a.m. game. I promise you, I think it was Al Watson came over with the flyer and said, yo, y'all see this?
He ready to celebrate.
And we looked at the flyer, it says U.S. Championship Team USA Special Guest Genesis.
Yeah,
I said, y'all see that?
Yeah, champagne on ice.
Yeah, they said they got us bored already.
But what people don't realize also was game 7. They procrastinated so much that we, USA, were the older guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit us down for 2-3 hours after a nice warm up, we're done.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Was John Hunter on your team at that time?
No,
he was with me,
He
right?
was with us, yeah.
John Hunter was
Y'all
straight
had
red.
Henry, Mo,
Oh, we was
Ali.
deep.
Oh, we had
We was
the
deep.
Y'all was Butch. Y'all was over there. Y'all was rolling.
We was the Yankees. We was deep.
But that backward sweep felt good though.
Yeah, nah, I know it did. And me and Lloyd still talk about it.
Me and Jamal said, don't you ever bring that up to me again.
Jamal, when he came over to USA, we snatched him up quick because he was playing with Clippers,
Yes.
and they would lose to us every year. You know, and the only one that we feared, I'm not gonna say the only one, the one that we feared the most was Jamal. He was one of the few guys that I call monster, because that's what he was. He was a monster. The real monster being Jake, Jamal, and then Sean. You know, so Jamal got tired of losing, and he came to USA, and we told him, yo, just do you. We ain't gonna coach you. We just gonna advise you. Just do you. Oh man.
You batted third. I remember that.
We measured home runs not by where it landed, but how far to the right it went.
On the fence.
Trees.
Right.
The tree.
The trees.
So
Yeah, I heard
first tree
the
was a
story about
basic
that.
shot.
Yeah.
Second tree is okay. Third tree you get into big boy territory.
Right.
And everything beyond that
You the man.
was
Yeah,
shot.
you the man.
He lived in that third to the man territory. He lived it.
Yeah, he
And
was
they
in
kept
this-
pitching to him.
He had a great career with us. But he only lasted us like 2 years and then he went somewhere.
That was a monster.
Yeah, but in that part, and Magic just talking about them shots to left field is like,
Yeah, tell me some shots y'all seen out there. Shots you've seen.
I'm gonna just mention one dude, George Forster, Creed,
Pete?
Creed. And I can say right here, a lot of them long home runs was hit on Munch, was on me. Creek hit one, remember the generator truck that used to be in left field out there? And right before the game, I said, yo, you ain't gonna do nothing. He came with black boots, shorts, dusty, and before the game, he said, Munch, I'm gonna hit 3 home runs on me. You know, at that time, I'm cocky. I'm like, look at that. He hit the first one, hit the second one. And right before I threw the pitch to the third one, he said, here it go, and that's where it went. Creek. And I know we had a lot of conversations, man, about different players and different that our team with Little Larry, Junior, Creed, Reg, Jeff, the shortstop. Remember Jeff? Second baseman. Oh my God! Did you ever meet Jeff?
Mercedes Jeff?
Mercedes Jeff. Yeah.
You know who that was?
What? They brought him up. I don't know if it was T.O. brought him up.
That must have been later or something.
Yeah, it was later.
That was later. Oh,
Jeff was a late comer.
Yeah.
He was a late
He was
I remember him playing in Kingston.
Oh no, he was an outlaw in St. John's too. He had some tremendous shots.
Okay.
And you know who else got some monster shots in him? Jake the Snake. Jake.
Oh, Jake, yeah.
Jake got some monster shots.
See, me and him got a beef.
Red said he hit it out Munch. Don't worry about it. He hit it out right.
Everybody, yeah. He talking about Creek. Creek hit
the ball. He hit the right there.
But prior to him hitting it out, he hit it foul.
Foul. And then the next pitch he hit it.
And when you hit it foul, it's going up that block that's there.
And we still
And
ain't
that
get the
ball is
ball.
still going.
We still ain't get it.
A foul. And then the second shot he hit, and it cleared the fence.
Yeah, Renee said folks used to wear overalls, boots, and they go hit.
Look dusty as hell.
A nice guy.
Nah, see, they said, Red said JR didn't play with the Outlaws during our run. That's what I'm saying. I didn't think that.
Jeff, the second
He
baseman.
didn't play with them. He played in Kingston with Showtime.
Well, wherever he played, he was the hell. I loved him.
That second
I
baseman
actually
with the
went to
Outlaws.
see our brother. I actually went to see our brother yesterday, man.
Yeah, his birthday was there.
Okay.
Happy belated,
Really
Jeff.
good. Jeff, shout out,
No
man.
doubt about it.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. Just everybody,
I know he was on our travel team when we used to go travel and play ball. Tony he was on our
Definitely
travel
was
team.
on that. You could not go out of town without him playing.
He was on our travel team. He was a hell of an athlete,
But
man.
y'all talking about the Outlaws team. I'm talking about Excalibur.
I thought they was cheating, man.
Yeah, so y'all calling what y'all want.
He said Chill played second base.
Yeah.
Chill. Okay. What is it? That big? That's it? Reggie? That's Reggie.
Red's in there. Red's on here. Red's on here.
Yeah, chill. But you thought the Excalibur? They was tough. They won how many championships in a row?
That's one thing I don't remember is championships and all that.
That was Tony, Derek Oliver, Dougie, Tap,
Ron Lashley,
Yeah.
Jake.
What was the catcher name? He was
Earl was on that team.
Yeah, with the other catcher, Brian. Yeah, they had a hell of a crew.
Little Mike was on that team.
Mike.
But the thing to watch with that team was to see them go back to back to back to back.
Imagine 1 year, and with the Excalibur team, and if Tony was here, he would say they won tournaments all over. They didn't just win in Brooklyn.
No, he said that.
Yeah, Long Island. I think Reggie put them in a couple of tournaments. They went all over and won. They was real tough.
But the USA team we weren't no joke either now.
You talking about the USA?
Let me tell you.
I heard, I've been one interview I did with Ray and Lloyd. They was giving me a bat lineup. And I think the lineup has something to do with Kelly Utley.
That was
Fatty.
USA, yeah.
That's when they was playing out in Red Hook.
No, when we came in as the Zodiacs, they were at St. John.
Yeah, but what happened was that team that he talking about, see in Red Hook right field, you wasn't hit, not too many people was hitting it out of left field, out of there, in that part. So Ray put together, what's my man that's down south? Buster, Batty, Heavy,
McQueen.
Lefty McQueen, no, they had a crew, man. They had a crew.
But see, that was before we
We even got
joined USA.
Right.
We were at Zodiacs and we were playing against them. There was always a rivalry because they were the vets, we were the young busters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always that competition. And we played at St. John's, and that's when the field was trash.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, one of the most unfortunate incidents was Ray Haskins rounded second to go to third, or prior to getting a second, he stepped in the crack and cracked his knee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was playing short center, and all I heard was snap. And I turned around and saw Ray on the ground, and his knee was literally snapped.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, he blames it on me saying that I tripped him.
But there was a lot of good hitting teams in our town, because Green Machine, Green Machine, now it's Devin.
I heard the Regina's were tough.
Yeah, well, Regina's was like Green Machine.
Oh, they was like,
It was
okay.
all the brothers, like Lamar, rest in peace, and Big D, and Cabo, and Bobby, and
Little ass
Ali, Little Derek.
He was like 12 years old.
Hitting it out the park. Yeah, it was. But it was so many like home like. I gotta speak about Jake. When Jake first came to the league, he wasn't.
He wasn't shit.
He was trash.
He wasn't shit when he first came to the league.
But then after that,
Yeah.
he just.
And I'm gonna tell you a story about Jake. He came in here because he was gone for whatever reasons, and he came back and he wanted to play. I said, Jake, you ain't winning. He said, you ain't winning guys. They got guys like Magic and this and that, and then starting. Jake is cocky, always been cocky, but that's him. You Magic? I said, yeah. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. I said, okay. I know him.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as he got himself together and physically got it together, I took him with me to Kiss. That's when we Kiss FM.
Mm-hmm.
That was the days we told the celebrities.
Thing on the radio station.
What?
That's Tony.
I loved it because with my name being Magic, they thought I was Mr. Magic for the radio. Okay, you know, I started autograph your friend, Mr. Magic. But that was fun too. Butch came out there. Jay, we had a whole crew that came out there with Kiss FM. We traveled a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Did y'all both managed at some point whether apart, no matter what it is? Did you ever have a problem with egos for some of the teams that you managed?
Well, I could say for USA, we was always, when I came to USA, they was already established, and we didn't have too many young brothers at USA. Like when I came, and my teacher was funny, Mr. McCray. Yogi, he was my teacher. He was my brother teacher.
And till this day, everybody calls him Yogi.
His name was Mr. McCray.
We call him Mr. McCray.
Mr. McCray.
And that's what we grew up knowing him, and that's what we're going to go knowing. And he would tell me, no, don't call me. No,
he was my teacher, Mr. McCray.
Right.
So it was easy with USA because again we had Lloyd. Lloyd took me in like a son. You know what I'm saying? And as we went along, I ain't gonna say I took over. He let me make all the decisions, and to this very day, I'm true blue USA. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't say nothing about the USA to me. Not about that team. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And Renegades I'm definitely a Renegade because Tony Cherry brought me out. Richie and had Renegades. I think we won 3 championships in a row. When we came over,
was our introduction
to the big league. Yeah, the Renegades.
We played with the Zodiacs, which was our block team.
Mm-hmm.
But the introduction to what you always say, the big leagues, was when we went to the Renegades.
Was Reggie Manning a Renegade?
I don't think
I know he's gonna answer. Reggie, was you a Renegade?
He was.
He was.
Brad, was you a Renegade? Let me see what he said. He said you brought him to USA.
Yeah, no doubt.
But they all came over when I left Munch to go to other teams. But like you said, we really played together. We played against each other.
Now let me throw a hit at him.
Okay.
Al, the reason why he left, somebody offered him a TV, Al.
Oh, man, you so
Al,
good up the TV.
Al, Coach Boy called me and said, yo, Munch, your brother is trash. I said, why? He said, somebody offered him a TV and he left. So I called Magic. I said, Magic, you left him for a TV? He said, no, Munch, somebody said go buy me a car. I said, Magic, you lying. And Lord said, Munch, your brother would never come back because we're not buying him no TV. What team was that?
That was the Outlaws, with Larry.
Oh,
TV.
he said he never played with the Renegades.
Oh, okay.
That was Larry with the Outlaws.
Magic Wade, he left us and out. In his career with USA.
Right down there. Was it color? Oh,
One of the big screens.
okay, I'm about to say, you gotta get the deal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was, I can't even tell you, like, my life is built around that. And, you know, I'm proud of what I am. And I was so hooked up with Al and Coach Lloyd. I wish he was here to speak about it. Softball saved my life, man. Saved my life. Because I was trying to live the fast life at one time. Everybody know I did a little time. And all the time that I did serve, I was worrying about how USA was doing.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? And then I got out just in time for like the 8th game, and Lord let me play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I could sit here, man, and all of us could fight. So we could have did a lot of other things. But softball saved my life, man, between the softball and again, you know, my wife Val and just the people, Tony Cherry. So we got to sit here all day to talk about the people that inspired me.
So back then, you practiced one day during the week and on Saturday.
But then we used to go to 210 before the
And
game
then
was cheap.
prior to the game, we had swing outs. We go to 210.
We ain't tell nobody.
So it was workout, which is what's lacking today. Now, our workouts on Saturday, it was like an informal schedule. We knew Genesis was there from 9 to 11.
Uh-huh.
So we'll take it from 11 to 1. And somebody else will go from 1 to whatever. And it was just all day.
Was that time normally like that, or that just knew?
It just happened.
It was just a
Work out.
respect thing.
Yeah.
After a while, like you wouldn't go to the park at 10 o'clock knowing that Genesis was practicing. We knew we had the next slot.
Okay.
But if all of them wasn't there, they don't mind you coming in and hit. You know, it was like, yo, you there? Come
But
on.
what actually happened at the end of one practice, the next team was pretty much going on the field because their guys were about to leave.
Because you already hit. You know, everybody just want to hit me.
Yeah.
But that's the way it was back then. And it was no problem. You know, everybody came in, knew the slots, left, and it was completely different. The swing outs, we would go to 210, Tony Cherry, make you go to 210, swing out. You come back and you kill them because you lose with. And you would time it that when you got back, you would sit down for maybe 10, 15 minutes. And by that time, you're still warm. So, and you into the game. If you didn't swing out, you're not warm to the 5th inning. But by that time, you're down 10 runs.
Right.
You know, it was made a big difference.
I'm gonna change parts because I know that both did play in Kingston. What was the first team y'all played with in Kingston?
USA. I was USA.
It was USA.
USA Kingston, no roster. No, yeah.
Yeah, I know it was unlimited.
What?
We had 90 people on
That's
us.
the day policy that
We had 90 people, yo.
unlimited roster. But the good thing about that was that's when Kingston and St. John's going on at the same time.
Mhm.
So if you had a game at St. John's, your guys stood at St. John's until you established a good lead.
And then we leave.
And then once you say, okay, you go. So we start peeling off. Lloyd would be at Kingston. So you leave him from Munch and go into Lloyd, or you leave him from Lloyd and go into Munch.
Mhm.
The important part about that, you have role players. If they knew once these guys are coming, they sit down. And that was the best part, because I remember I left St. John's to go to Kingston. I'm parking my car and Munch said, hurry up, you hit next. How the hell I hit next? Where's the guy? said, no, he know he's leaving. He seen you coming around the
Oh.
corner. He told me you was coming. But it was the best time.
Did you win championships in Kingston?
Yeah, but
That was
again,
my next one. How many
yeah.
championships
I only got
I
one in Kingston. I got world
I
famous.
never kept track of that. I was never a stat man.
You was the world famous though, right?
Yeah, we won the first year. That one I remember.
That's the only one I remember.
Yeah.
The one my
When
time
the
was
league went over to.
Black Sox and more better.
Well, the first year when it came over to Kingston, it was world famous versus the Wild.
Wow.
That was one of the most memorable games in Kingston Park history. Donnie, God bless the dead, he came out there and had a pamper box full of
What?
pamper box. The big ass boxes, put it on the side.
Took all
Who won what? And it was competitive.
But he had a good team though.
Yeah, they were a bunch of gangsters, but they were athletes.
Nicest guys in the world.
They were
I
athletes.
heard they never won no championship.
No, they didn't. Because they didn't put in the time that they put in. Again, I wasn't too much like, they never practiced.
They
Never
were
practiced.
street
It
hustlers.
was hustlers, never practiced.
But athletes. But again, what you respect about it was when they was on that field, they were athletes. You know what I'm saying? When they left the park, I'm not saying left the field, when they left the park, then they did what they had to do. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
But it's one thing I gotta bring out, and I say it, and I say it to everybody. It's only a handful of players, even when we was playing, that was that dominant guy in both parks. You know, a lot of people always say, "Oh, I went over here, I did that," and it's a different pitch. I don't care how you know people. I heard the Derek Oliver interview, and Derek is one of the players that he don't care what you could throw a swing ball at, and Derek is gonna hit it. But it was only a handful of people that you would fear in both parks because, you know, St. John's you pull it, Kingston you go on the right. Straight in pitch you have Speedy that controls the game, and you know the arc pitches, and you know the master it, this and that. But it was an ice pit. You know the ice pit.
Bird.
You ever played Bird? We used to call him Ice
He's
Pit.
an umpire. You know.
I probably know my face. I don't.
Yeah, he came. He was a hell of a hitter in both parks. You know, he did a little time, came home, we picked him up, we gave him the name Ice Pick. A hell of a hitter, glad you know him well. Junior, I don't care what you do with Junior.
But going back to what you were saying, as far as being dominant in both parks, there was only a handful of us. You know, and I'm proud to put my name in the category. You know, I'm not bragging, but I hit both pitches. It's because I made the same approach all the time. I was always stepping in the same pitch. But it's just a matter of either swinging up or swinging here. But that comes from playing ball.
Right.
You adjust to the pitch. You throw me outside, I'm going to the outside. You throw me inside, I'm pulling. So in Kingston Park, I lined up not in the middle of the box, but at the far end of the box. So that way, if you throw it inside, now you're hitting it to my strength. If you throw it outside, I'm hitting that little fence. And a lot of people couldn't make that adjustment. Derek Oliver, again, same approach whatever park he went to. Just a matter of that point of contact. And a lot of people, the only thing that hurt me was when the pitch started getting faster. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I admit it, when I played fast pitch, I wasn't a dominating hitter. I made contact, but to say I was dominant, no. And I wouldn't even sit here and tell anybody I was dominant fast pitch. When I played hardball, and this is like 80, 81, I was good with the fast pitch because it's making contact. But when they start throwing that breaking pitch,
Down a little bit.
I was done.
When you know they're doing the thing about the Hall of Fame. Should it make a difference what pitch you go in for? Because there, like I said, some people hit arc better, Some people hit straight in, but
I think definitely.
a lot of people can hit both pitches. So do
It
you
definitely
think it
gotta
should
be-
make a difference?
Yes, no doubt about it. No, that's to me not even a question.
I think it should be three categories. Brooklyn softball, Kingston Park softball, St. John softball. All right, if you're gonna say three, Brooklyn softball is those people that no matter what park they went to, they was effective. Then you got your Kingston Park, which is a straight in pitch. And then you got St. John's, which is our own pitch. Because there was a lot of people that they'll kill that straight in pitch. If you throw that arc at them, you forget it. Speedy almost quit playing because he couldn't hit it.
He couldn't hit it.
Al Watson.
Mm-hmm. I always said, I hate that pitch. You
Yeah.
know, always said that.
Yeah. But then again, once they learn that again, that point of contact,
Mhm.
I remember when Al had hit his first home run in St. John's.
I don't know if he did. We're gonna
He
find
did.
out.
He did. I remember that. He
But it
took
was-
it out. He went deep. And then he thought it was a home run hit. That's a dog, bro. And it gonna happen a
I
lot.
hate that pitch, man. That for me, I did. Because I couldn't understand the ball.
Coming up with this drop, man.
I'm a baseball player. Let's get this thing in here. You know what I'm saying? Now, way. You know what I'm saying?
Point of contact.
Yeah.
But it definitely gotta be different, Al, because it's just like you talking about Hall of Fame players, you talking about ex-baseball players that just hit that straight in pitch, but then now you took it to the arc, couldn't do nothing with it.
Right.
And that's why when we used to travel, it was certain, and no disrespect to nobody, it was certain people that do pick for certain games. If you're going to a law ball tournament, I knew what I was going to get.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to a straight in, I knew what I was going to get. And when you're throwing that heat, there was a lot of people who I never played with. But that was Al Watson, Butch, man, that heat, like, don't even call me. I'm just gonna stand there.
Right.
It just wasn't my pitch. But it's definitely three different categories on the pitch. And great hitters, man. You know, it's Dougie. Dougie.
And so Doug has one of the prettiest swings.
Yeah, Joe, I know you couldn't hit all. That's why you never played.
Joe didn't like it, yeah.
Joe hated it. Joe didn't want to go there at all. I remember Joe saying,
He said, I hate that shit.
yeah, he said, there's no way I'm going up there to play the ball.
Even a straight in pitch.
Carl said he hated it too, man. Everybody know I couldn't hate that.
Little Joe, I went to plenty of games, fast pitch, and he was awesome.
And you ain't want to fish it, Joe.
Awesome. But then you take him to St. John's and even sometimes Kingston.
Mm.
Yo, I hate this shit. Give me a 40 hours back. Because that way you can slow up his speed. But he'll tell you. He said, "No, I hate that shit."
Al, did you ever play any teams with Lenny? Rest in peace.
Brooklyn, Black Sox.
He was a Black Sox when he was a Black Sox.
When I
You
was
don't
there,
think he was one of the great hitters in our town?
listen, when they say first baseman, I picked Lenny Benjamin all the time.
Okay.
I seen him scoop that thing, seen him pitch.
Okay.
His hitting left, right, nothing but respect for him.
Okay.
Lenny Benjamin used to take me with him to South Carolina and back with a drive and just talk softball all the way there and back.
Okay.
Lenny, that's
I
my
thought he was
guy.
one of the best
Oh,
players
no.
I've seen in my town.
Fast pitch, I couldn't believe he was running up on the ball. I never seen that. You know,
And Lecce, the only two.
Lecce,
That
run
do
up on the
fast
ball.
pitch.
I'm like, in fast pitch, I get it, in, straight in, but they throwing that thing, you run, he's crushing it. So, yeah, that was some good moments.
Yeah,
playing with him, man. I definitely love and enjoy those years I played.
A lot of gold.
Yes,
So,
genuine brother.
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
he got that from his father, fast walking back.
Fast walking.
Mhm.
And he'll give you the shirt off his back.
Since we're on the subject of Hall of Fame, and you guys could possibly be on that team. What makes you a Hall of Fame?
I'm gonna say Ray Haskins summed it up best. What did you do for the game? By that, what did you do on the field? What did you do at bat? What did you do when you off the field? You know what I'm saying? I think that should be a big factor.
But do you consider a person that was a great defensive player and couldn't hit well, do you consider him a Hall of Famer? Like, would you consider that?
He can be on the ballot. You definitely put him on the
So-
ballot.
so
But then that's where you break it up into categories. Defensive player, Hall of Fame. Offensive player. If you're gonna go to that point.
You can't do
Either you're a Hall of
categories.
Famer or you're not.
But then, so you telling me just because I play D and I'm great D, I should be recognized as a great ball player?
You can be recognized, but that still don't make you a Hall of Famer because the defensive player. How many defensive players get into the Hall of Fame for Major League Baseball?
Yeah, but now how many defensive players change a game?
I agree with that. Then that should be some, that gives you Defensive Player of the Year type stuff award. That's what that award comes in.
Okay, so recognize me as.
No, you get recognition, but that's another thing. Instead, we got those guys that are defensive players. Then you have great offensive players, great pitchers, saying that's what I'm saying. But if you say Hall of Fame, you only get that one category, but you only shag down fly balls and start the game.
If you're gonna do it, that eliminates half the names that these people are talking about should be Hall of Famers.
I agree.
But that's a conversation that gotta be taken up with the right people.
And that's
with
key.
the right
Because
people.
you're talking about, I'm gonna use Creek as one.
Mhm.
People saying he should go into the Brooklyn Hall of Fame. For what?
Who?
Creek. Forster, George Forster. I'm not taking that away from him, he's a hell of a ball player,
Mhm.
but I only recognize you as your stick. Now, when we tournament ball, it's different, because he was a hell of a defensive player out there in that open field.
Mhm.
But in Kingston and St. John, I've never seen him in an outfield make no fantastic plays.
But that's
Does he get in for his bat?
Again,
That's the
recognized
offensive. Okay.
as a good hitter.
Okay.
But no, let's not get Creek was quick.
Did he? Tell me one good catch that you remember him making.
I just
Tell me
like.
one good catch.
No, this is Johnny.
I thought he was.
I played with him in tournaments, and I seen him make some great plays out
Yeah,
there.
that's my point. In tournaments,
I played with him in Kingston.
tell me one.
Liability, with,
You know what I'm saying?
But his stick was can't complain about that.
My point. So you recognize him.
But then when we talk about the Hall of Fame, and it's definitely gonna be like whoever do it is gonna have to do a time span because like for us right now to talk to Al about Little Butch, we know how he was, Al don't. So it's gonna take a lot of work out, and it could be done, but it's different time spans.
So you have to break up errors.
You gotta wake up errors, yeah, and I think you're gonna have to do that.
Well, let me tell you, your first couple of years of elections have to go to those that laid down the foundation.
I agree with that. 100%.
And I'm talking about the big D.
Yes.
The
The Boswell.
Boswells,
Agreed.
you know what I'm saying? The fatties, the heavy.
Agreed.
They laid down the foundation. Now, some of them can become late ballot because their legacy carried on. But a lot of these people don't know of the Lefty McQueens. You know what I'm saying? They don't know of the Robertos. They don't know there's these cats that
George
laid down.
the Cop.
George the Cop.
The T-Bird.
Yeah.
The T-Bird.
These are guys out that they way before you, but these were the forefathers of Brooklyn softball.
There was a lot of them.
He said the only thing that kept Creek out of center field with the Outlaws was Mike and Ali. And
Yeah.
Hey, good beef. Mike, wow, Mike.
I never understood what Mike said.
He talks so bad.
What?
He still was
Red's the only one that can tell you what Mike said. That's like Leroy. The only one that can tell you what Leroy said is what?
Leroy.
Can you tell me if you had a conversation with Leroy? That's what I'm saying. But again, now that's another category. Fans. What's lacking for the game now? There's no fans out there. When we played at St. John's, third base line, first base line was packed to the point that they were actually on the field.
I remember that.
And if you hit a line drive down third, somebody's getting hit.
Even
And then-
in Kingston.
Yeah.
Kingston's the same way.
And then you got driving people, they see the ball coming, and they doing this.
Hit the ball on the
Yeah.
foul line. Run down that line a couple of times, you run it into people,
That's
because they're
right.
still on the line.
That's right.
It was just a different atmosphere, different creed, you know. Each
Fans,
team had
yeah.
fans like
Because our wives, my wife,
USA.
his wife, they were shit talkers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying trash talkers, man, shit talkers.
I don't know.
And then you had the Veronicas and the Bevs and the Renees, and that they knew the game. So they were talking.
The Wild were the thugs.
Yeah.
What?
Let's be honest, like, man, they was doing their thing back then, didn't care. They
That's
supported
right.
their team.
That's right.
They supported their team.
USA
no matter
kept it, Genesis always kept it.
Man,
Tribe.
tribe, everybody was deep.
Great
Man,
Machine used to
that's
come.
right.
They used to close the club, come to the game, after the game, open it back up.
Remember, if you want to beat them, play them 8
And
o'clock.
you gotta play them in the morning. If you play them after 1, you out.
So, right?
You gotta beat them in the morning. Because they still drunk.
Just hanging out like
And they drank the corn and that shit that has the triple X with the skull head on.
Al,
it is.
was you playing when what's Uncle Irving team that used to be on Malcolm X? The Rebels?
Yeah, no, he didn't play it.
No, but was he playing at that time when the club was on Malcolm X?
Came out.
Yeah, Boss played on that
Way after
team.
that. Way after
The
that.
World Rebels. That's God bless me. Glenn, Boz, B,
But you
Derek
played with
Allen.
DJ now, right? I know DJ.
Genesis?
Yeah, you was on that team with DJ.
DJ was just finishing up his career.
Okay.
at that
That's
time.
not going
So when I was playing, the top center field was St. John's, Carlton with Genesis,
No doubt.
Milt, Tribe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those were the guys I was chasing at that particular moment.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I still remember Dad playing left field, killing out there. E was in the outfield at that time. But he can play multiple positions.
He was in the infield.
Desmond was playing right field at that time. So, you know, it was different eras. Everybody, Poppy, Regulators. It's another great center fielder. We don't get enough recognition for what he's done to the game. Yeah, those are the guys I was chasing. I was chasing Milt, Carl.
Prior to that, you had the Alis, you had the Bulls, you
You
had.
see, they only came out when it was 85 degrees.
Yeah.
They were back
No,
in the day.
like when I was coming to the ball,
Yeah.
because I was like, okay, I know they on USA roster, but I don't see them until June.
Yeah,
But the season had started back in April. And I'm
That's
like,
them.
and I remember asking Ali one day, I just saw him walking the park. And I said, yo, man, where you been all season? He said, yo, I don't come out. I said,
That's right.
I said, what do you do all? He said, I didn't do nothing.
Just wait.
He just come up there and just swing the bat like he's been playing.
And that's his forte.
Him.
He stands in that box, no motion.
Yo,
Tony Cherry was a hell of an outfielder.
I just found out Tony was an outfielder.
Left field.
I just found out Reg was an outfielder. Like, I didn't know that these guys were outfielders.
Derek Oliver.
D.O.
left fielder.
They played, there used to be benches out.
Marvin was brother Marv was an outfielder.
He's my teacher.
Marvin's glove was about this big.
Yeah, even when he was down there. Glenn Oliver was an outfielder. There was so many. Smooth played an outfielder. DJ Smooth.
Even Young Smooth was a hell of a center fielder.
Wasn't he? He was a tribe when he was there.
Yeah,
He's another one.
Yeah.
Well, let me say, going back to managing, when I had them, I was advised. They didn't need no manager because they was established. They had that core. The same thing was when I went over with Evo. A lot of people don't remember that I managed them for a year.
You get it in one championship?
No, prior to that. But I didn't manage. I just advised Mel, Fast Ass Mike, and Don. They made the decision, but they would say what you think. And I wasn't a manager, I was an advisor.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Munch was a manager, Chris, Tony, because they made the decision. Whatever team I took over, it was what y'all got, and let me add to it.
Okay, that's it.
You know, so I can't sit here and say I was a manager. I was what you would call an advisor.
Okay. You know who we're gonna talk about? We need to give him his flowers. Mike Marsh.
Yes.
Mike Marsh brought me
Glitter.
glitter to USA.
He was USA.
USA took me to Border Ed, you know what I'm saying? When we played in the Border Ed League tournaments, that man can hit the ball
And play.
and play a hell of a
Everywhere,
third baseman,
everywhere,
short,
everywhere,
second, outfield, cannon of an arm, great competitor. Guys don't talk about these guys.
Yeah, yeah, you know, again.
Is there a reason why you old guys, I'm sorry, I didn't disrespect you old. You guys know the game from back in that history. Why are these guys not being mentioned in some of these interviews that you guys have seen?
They get lost in the transition from the OGs to the present. They're in that middle. You know what I'm saying? So by them not being around with the transition, they get lost. You know, so prime example, USA. We can talk about the Utleys and those, and then we can talk about the smooths. But in between that transition, you have little guys like Mike Marsh and other ball players that they just get lost in that shuffle. It's not that they're forgotten, but they just get lost in that. They get lost in the discussion. But once you bring their name up, the first reaction, oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
That's caliber too.
I don't know that about it.
That's caliber too.
And Earl. Remember
Yeah.
But at one time we had, when we was at USA, nigga, we had Ted, we had Al Watson, we had Mike Owens, we had
Mel. It was
Oh,
so
yeah,
bad with USA. Me and Smooth batted 7 for 8.
That's how heavy the top roller was.
Me and Smooth batted
that's when that dude Munch took over, right?
Yeah.
Munch took over. Oh,
Yeah, we batted 7 for 8 because ahead of us, you had Tap, you have Rule, you have Mike Owens, you got Ali, you have Richard Murray, Jake.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So who you pitched to?
I think there was a time where Rich was with USA and they said y'all wouldn't play him.
That's a manager's thing.
I know you see, I'm looking right at him. I was just saying, he could crack that line up.
Horse. Horse. And everybody know who he is, you know what I'm saying? But Rich is one of them guys, man, that's why I love playing with him. It doesn't matter to Rich. And how many positions he played? Right field, with the left field, we play the center field sometimes. You know, that's something that we always respect about Derek Oliver, we respect about Tony Cherry. Remember Clem, couldn't forget about Clem.
I was a white
I heard, Whitewood.
Let me tell you about
Tony
him.
Cherry told me about this man.
That's right.
He told me one story about somebody was heckling him one day. Why you bring this white guy out here? You know, he can't hit.
And hit it across the street.
He hit across the street, but then he said he hit 3 home runs in a row at that bat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Now Clem, he was a liability on the asphalt
Okay.
because he's so used to playing on grass that he's looking for that bad hop. A true hop, he couldn't do it.
So,
But a bad hop, his hands.
But a lot of people don't know about Clem because, you know, we hung out. You know what he did for a living, right? He worked on the railroad, hitting the spikes on the track.
Well, that's like Darren.
So that's why he
that's
used
what Darren does.
That's what Clem did. That's why Clem used to hit it across the street. That's what he did for a living. Clem, Tony Cherry introduced me to coming in when I went to USA. It was one game and I will never forget. We had Steve Price, our wife there. And I remember we was playing, I was at USA that time, and Richmond was Renegades, and it was a home run contest, home run. I hit it out, Clem hit it out, and then Steve Price, remember the Frank truck used to be at the main entrance.
Dirty Frank.
He hit the Frank truck.
Dirty Frank.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was. I'm trying to remember, and I know if Reggie's still on, he could tell me the left-handed brother. He played with USA. He hit it out of St. John's right field. He used to play. He used to be work for the Transit. He played with USA. Left-handed. Reggie's gonna tell you his name.
Only
He
left-handers
from
I've seen
Queens.
go out of.
This dude was, oh my God.
Only left-handers I've seen
Somebody
go
got a
out.
question for y'all. Is it true that Excalibur came from USA?
Combination of USA, Renegade,
That's a Marvin Oliver question.
it was a combination.
But you know the genius put that together.
Yeah.
So many cherry, fucking genius.
You know how to put, you said his name was Russ.
Damn, what this dude, we're gonna have to give him a award. Big Russ, man.
Yeah.
Well, look at he was him. I saw Al Lyons do it. I saw Fatty do
Hit
it.
it out of right field.
No, out of left field.
Oh, on the opposite way.
Yeah.
Who was the first one you seen do it? Fatty was the first one I seen do it.
Al Lyons.
Fatty. And then I seen Heavy, and then I think Fatty was the first one I seen.
But there was a guy that threw Queen.
He hit the firehouse.
Yeah, and he was about this thick.
He hit the
Other
firehouse.
side of the dirt?
Yep.
Firehouse.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's the brain.
Yeah, but Tony Cherry, he put that Excalibur team together.
Yeah, you know what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. That was a great team. They last how long, like 4 or 5 years, right?
Nah, he said he only did 3.
Like 3
He would
years.
say it, but I was hoping to get that Excalibur contract the 4th year. So, but Tony said he couldn't do it no more.
Oh, okay.
So they did 3 years. He said they wrapped it up. He said he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
One thing about Tony Cherry was he was selective on who he played. And by that I
Chili
mean
Mo said that he was the first.
Fatty, yeah. But see what Tony,
Chili Mo could have did it, but when he played with us, we like, yeah, pull the ball. Stop playing with it, just pull the ball. Because when he hit hard. Yo, have you ever slapped fly with him?
Yeah.
had a tongue to
That's
stop.
a big hand.
No, but he pulled and he pulled hard. So like, go ahead, pull it. First of all, the first baseman's not going to get in front of it. The second baseman's not going to get to it. And if you hit it to the glove side, he's going to be so far in the outfield, he's not going to throw you out.
And he was
Shirley Moore was fast for a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he couldn't run the bases because he either miss a base or he'll go from first straight to third. You know what I'm saying? But that was my man, yo. I love him to death. You know, but he was definitely setting the record. He's one that don't get his props because he spent a lot of his time on the other side of the book.
Okay.
So, you know.
Tournaments. Once you took that tournament team, I remember you saw those tapers out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why you stop doing it?
I can't even answer that. And I ain't gonna say it got old, but a lot of guys just start doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't, and it was me and I get a lot of advice from Tony Cherry. I wouldn't have taken the team out there just to take them out there because I could just bring up this one story and then rest in peace, Heavy. Heavy took me to my first time a tournament in Long Island. I think I told this story. And the name of Heavy team, it was not like Heavy Metal.
Somebody said Ricky Wolf, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Ricky Wolf.
Ricky Wolf.
No doubt. So we was in a big tournament, big money tournament out in Long Island, and the other team was up first. The other team scored 16 runs in the first inning. So I'm like, you know, so now we get the dirt out, and the coach calls us in the huddle. And, you know, at that time we hugging each other, and the coach, I don't know this dude to this very day, came out and said, "Great inning, guys, we right where we want to be."
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, hey, what did this guy just say? He said, "Munch, shut up." Again, I'm wild at that time. I'm like, hey, I gotta say something to him. He like, yo, we right where we want to be, we good. This is my first tournament game. I'm just getting recognized. So then I go to the bench, Buster was there. And Buster's like, yo, I'm like, Buster, what's wrong with this guy? We losing 19-0 in the first. He's like, yo, man, shut up, man, shut up. We scored 21. I said, oh, that's what it's about. But see, that's the difference. Like, in the ball play, like, if you go to St. John's and Al, you all know, if you're down 19-0 in the first inning, just the players feel the game is over. I'm looking at these guys and I'm going like, yo, what's wrong with these guys? You know what I'm saying? We losing 9. We scored 21. That's when I said, hell, you gotta take me everywhere you go. And, it's just the difference of the game. And then St. John's, as it got older, the game lasted so long because of all the argument. And I wasn't one to come take over the arguing and this and that. You go to Queens. What was the pitch? When y'all stepped in the box, what was the count?
1-1.
See, we just got into that late. So
everything was 0-0 right there.
And then so you playing Al in them tournaments that when we used to go away, Heavy and Tony Cherry took me to a tournament where you in a box, you got one swing. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
One pitch tournament.
One pitch
tournament.
Yeah, about 10, 15
Yes, you walking or you hit.
And 3 home runs. Anything over 3 home runs was an out. And I'm like, yo, so this, this is, you learn as you go on, but real tournament. I'm glad I had the opportunity to go to them tournaments with Big. And one day I'm sitting home, rest in peace, Big D called me, yo, Munch, meet me on Atlantic Avenue. I'm like, he said, yo, bring an overnight bag. I'm like, yo, what the hell is Big D talking about? Al, this dude came in a car, took us to the airport, flew us to Arizona. The same night, played 3 games, took us in the plane and brought us back. That's Big D.
Wow.
And the count, like we just said, one pitch tournament, so the game over, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's over, it's a wrap. It's going to keep going, it's going to move.
And could we have that, could we get to do that in Brooklyn? Would you say that would have worked?
What?
Yeah.
It would have been interesting.
A lot of people.
And the game would have been shorter.
Yeah. Okay.
1-on-1 probably would have worked better for us. But when it's 0-0 count, you got more pitches to take. 1-1, if you get a strike, the next one you can only foul tip 1.
I was going to ask you that.
So
Reggie took me to a tournament.
Yeah, you can do that. It's going to go faster. Now you ain't wasting time. And you try to hit the ball, bottom line. You're not sitting up there waiting for the pitch. Now you 1-1. So you can't wait for so long.
Right, no doubt.
So I think it would have worked. It would have changed a lot of people's hitting habits.
Of course. We wouldn't be talking about a lot of people right now.
What I never understood was, I'm waiting till I get one strike. I never understood that philosophy. I was taught that first pitch you can hit, you swing at it and you destroy it.
Everybody that pitched against me, I was taking one. I had to. I never swing at it. You gotta give me a strike. And everything like that. But then you got some people that just, like Tep. Tep was one of those. That first pitch.
Tap is a bad boy hitter.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy hitter.
Al Watson was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Al Watson was
I see now hits on that like a one hop.
Yeah, like hitting it.
He was just aggressive, He didn't care where the ball went. His bat control was so good that he's gonna.
But it was great. We had great runs.
My only regret in softball was not traveling as much as I did with the traveling team. I wasn't into traveling. Yeah. I would go to Queens, but I never really was a traveling person. I was a family man. I got my wife, I got my kids, I got my family. I was good.
John Hunter said, what up?
What up,
It's
another hit.
Yeah. USA history. One thing, I think he played with John.
Yeah, he came on.
I know he was USA, but I'm saying I know he played with John.
John Hunter, the first one, I played in 202 Park, and it was getting dark. He hit it center field, and we lost it. We couldn't see the ball no more in 202 because it went into the lights. John Hunter, yeah. He was a big dude. John had a great career with USA.
Another person we're talking about. Another good brother too.
Oh no, he took care, and he took care of my family. Sometimes you just do bad.
Yeah.
John Hunter was there for me from the beginning. He smacked me in the head a couple of times. Munch, stop. Every time he used to see me, I used to be with certain people. He used to get away from that dude. I owe John a lot. Definitely.
Big John used to come to my basketball games in college.
No, he was that type of person.
And when John come out and drive me back home, so I can play in the weekends. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, John, come on, just get in the car. You ain't gonna argue. John big, you know what I'm saying?
He always come with a big car.
Yeah, he definitely had the green truck at that time. He had the big green truck. So he always did that.
I remember when him and Hot Rod came into the league with the telephone company.
Right.
Hot Rod.
Yeah. Hot Rod was a bad man.
True shortstop.
John Hunter hit some tremendous baskets on me.
Yeah.
You got a couple of
I don't know
legends.
if you should be promoting that though.
It's all right, man, because I did mine. I got mine. It's okay.
Well, let me tell you about the Horizon team.
It's all right.
They came there, good team, don't get me wrong, but they ran into the USA. And we hit, we laughing, and we joking, and they dead serious. I hit the ball out. And when I used to hit my home runs, I used to run around. I ran around and said, you hear me now? You hear me now? They were pissed. So I told Howard, tell them I would be the hard. But Howard told me, listen, y'all better get used to it because that's just one of many.
Yeah.
But
they had a good team, though.
Yeah,
they had a good team.
But Big Daddy
wasn't the St. John's team. Everybody put. That's why I love that era. That's I played in the '90s. So I played in that '90s era, little 2000s. You had to have the right team to compete with the right. You know what I'm saying?
You said the right word.
It was the same team: Genesis, USA, Tribe, Excalibur, Outlaws. And then I think the year that I started playing in there, Outlaws kept forfeiting games. Yeah. They started forfeiting games. I said, man, we're gonna play against this team.
Yeah, they forfeited playoffs.
Yeah, they forfeited playoffs, so they wasn't coming no more. And if I remember, they were playing in Kingston too.
Okay.
Yeah, they were playing in both parts. I remember that, when I first started.
Let me tell you, St. John's and Kingston is a beast of its own. If you can't take that crowd,
all right, I'll ask him.
What?
He said he want to know about War Rebels team they put together to stop the Outlaws.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true?
He's true. That's right.
Irvin put that team together just for them.
That's right. That's right. Me, Derek Oliver, Boz, Glenn, we had a crew. We worked out. And our thing was, that's when Pee Wee Herman or Pee Wee's Playhouse was out. And the word of the day. We had that much fun that we just enjoyed playing. We were serious when it came, but we just enjoyed playing the game. And that makes a big difference on how you approach a game. If you don't enjoy what you do, you're not going to be effective. And that's life in general.
He said, what happened? Reg, either y'all won or they lost. See, if you say that, right, it's either one or the other.
We're going on to another subject.
Right, let's move on. I know you said
playing in Kingston St. John being a different beast.
Right, but you said your regret was not playing.
Yeah, my regret was not.
So I was asking you about your regrets.
I had fun now. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to play in Kingston more, but I just never put in the time for that pitch. But once I got with the Renegades, man, and I was a renegade to my heart, man. Like Tony picking me and Magic up to see me, and I think that first year we won the championship. And then I don't know what happened, and then I met Coach Lloyd, and I went to USA. But for this regrets, I had a great time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I won my championships, I lost my championships, and as a pitcher, like I said, I got smacked many times, but I also smacked a lot of people.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I have the opportunity like Reg taking me to tournaments, Big D taking me to tournaments, playing with Tony Cherry, just having fun. I was always like a guy that was always trying to be loyal to people, and that's why USA always, USA is just me. And to this very day, people be asking me, "Yo, Munch, you coming back?" Because I lost weight back. If your team is USA, and I would. Now they won't ask Magic that. You know what I'm saying? Like he might go buy him a car, right? So he's gonna go.
You know, sold out for TV. You know, sold out for TV.
But Magic is, not just because he's my brother. Man. He led the way for our young team because he's only 1 year older than me. But a lot of people just attached to
Did you know
Magic.
that I was older than him?
No.
Yeah, that's my big brother. Yeah, they just attached to him, and
It took me a while to know y'all was brothers when we were playing.
We never played together.
yeah, and
Well, that was weird to me too at some point. Like, you ain't on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I had a great time. I can't, further regrets, man. It's like I can't even sit here right now. Maybe when I get home, I would think about it. But I never got injured. All the teams I played on, I had a good time. My kids had a great time in the park. That was my thing. Is that again? And I said it before. Once I get to the park, my kids, I don't have to worry about them. Only thing I had to do was pay the Frank man.
You told me that story.
I had to pay the Frank man.
tab was high.
The tab was high, but rest in peace. DJ used to do the same thing. DJ like Munch, I got it this week. DJ used to go over there and play, because all the kids used to go. We used to tell Frank man whatever they want, and it was just even with the Outlaws. Outlaws used to go to the club, and they used to feed us all the time. We take our kids to the club. We had a great no regrets.
Mom said, ask him who was the first coach that he learned from.
Mom, him.
Hey, y'all gonna have to stop putting them questions out here that everybody know the answers to. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to be recognized, you know what I'm saying? We get it.
Boys and girls high school. I was a freshman. Mom was getting ready to go out. They was gonna cut me. I don't know how Mom did. He kept me, and then it took all from there. I was the first baseman. I was all city. All of that. Then his brother Derek came in and took my job. I was the captain until Derek came in the freshman. They gave him the job.
The Oliver family and our family go way back.
Right.
We go way back.
Did that start with Green Machine?
Well, no, mine was boys and girls.
Boys and girls. Well, I started before the song.
Yeah.
I started with our family when we was a 309 with the Skulls.
Heard it, yeah.
Popcorn. Glenn was there. Derek was too little, but he was always there. And you see it now, when we throw family functions, everybody come, everybody eat. And that's the way we were young, that's the way Mom made it. Come in the house, and if you don't eat,
It's a problem.
you offend my mother. She's offended. So now she's shoving food down the throat. And you can ask Chili Mo, you can ask her. Anybody that came into my house, God bless them, she fed them, and she treated them like it was family. You know what I'm saying? It was like that back then.
Little Larry said, "What's up, brother?"
Hey, what's up, Larry?
Larry, I spoke about you, baby.
Yeah, you did.
1 and 2 combination, you and Junior.
I want to ask you about that comparison because I had posted that out there before. Tell me something about those two, Fatty and Junior.
Fatty and Junior?
I think they're two different types of hitters.
They
in my
is
opinion.
Well, all I can tell you is this. Fatty is before me, but I played with Fatty.
Okay.
A great hitter. I won't use that word too many times.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He could go left field, right field, but Junior just fell off a tree, man. Like, how many juniors was in the world?
I'm sure.
I remember.
Junior said, "I'm sorry, finish with Junior just telling you what to."
I remember when we played against the Outlaws, and whoever was playing third base for us, we put him on the line.
And I'm gonna tell you
On the line, and Junior still hit it by him.
The way he plays
Something special with
junior
you.
as a third baseman is 1 foot in foul territory,
And
1 foot in field.
So this is the foul where
You strap
Yeah,
it.
like a first base, yeah,
The reason is, it's coming at you so quick. And if you're in that position, you right there.
he was something
Yeah.
special.
Picture you playing third, straddling the line, and the ball coming, you right there. It's if you catch it, or it's going to hit you in the leg. That's the only way you can stop it. If you play him like it's too quick to go to the backhand.
If you go to backhand, he's safe because he's running down the line. But Al, let me ask you a question during your time. Would you consider them one of the best 1 and 2 combinations since you played softball and Brooklyn?
Junior and Larry?
Yeah. I know you can mention a few more, but I'm just saying. would
Well,
you-
no, I mean, I play with them both in tournaments too. I've also seen Tap and Derek out with 1 and 2.
Okay.
I was just saying.
Okay. I'm gonna argue.
It's tough because
I had Junior after dinner. I had Tech and Ali. But that was when you were saved together.
but one tournament I know for, I mean, I've always seen Larry or Junior Larry. It don't matter how they switch, they was always 1, 2. I've seen them, that's why I said that, Derek out 7. I've seen them go 1, 2. I like that 1, 2.
Okay.
But when you got a Derek Oliver, Ali, and 7 going, they going out the ball. You still
Yeah,
can't
no
go wrong.
doubt, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think Larry's gonna hit it out like that. But they both gonna get on. That's the thing. They dangerous.
They get it on,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
See, what separates Larry from the other ones, Larry's going on line to line. You know?
yes.
And I mean, literally from line to line. I seen him scorch a first baseman like he was a left-handed ball player. You know, so.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that dude was that old. No disrespect to
Yeah,
Larry.
Larry's old,
It would
yeah.
chop the ball, third base line, and beat it out.
He was the original.
And I was like, was he really hitting the ball like that? Like I didn't.
Fatty was like that too.
But
I don't know if you know
that
that.
used to get on. It's a chop.
Oh, I used to do that too.
Yeah, that was him.
Fatty. He didn't do it intentionally, but if that hot was high for an infielder, Fatty was safe.
Larry, did you actually do that intentionally? Chop the ball? Because I've seen you do that, bro. So.
Well, one question I want to ask before we get off of this. Al, during your time,
Yeah.
and I think I asked Matty this before. If you had to put 3 people on the starting block for
Racing?
for the 100-yard dash. For the 100-yard dash, and you just wanted to sit down and enjoy yourself to see a good race, what 3 would you put? Yeah, I know it's gonna be different eras because I know you came in, but what would be?
I would want to race 7, me, 7, Eric. I
Okay.
would want to do that because I think I tried to get 7. It didn't work out too well. He had hamstring problems. I think
Didn't you race Creek?
me, Creek, and Jacob raced.
I remember that.
In Kingston,
Park.
but- Creek pushed Jacob under the car. He was so So I can't remember, but we all raced, but there was a lot of fast dudes in that park.
Fast
Man.
dudes.
Dre, left-handed Dre was pretty fast out there in that park. People, Carlton was
I
fast.
say Carter was
Milton was fast in his own way.
Desmo,
Rose,
Yeah.
definitely fast. No,
Eric.
The prettiest thing to
Vinny.
watch though. Yeah, Vinny,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
It's
gotta
crazy
put him in
shit.
there. You
put him
gotta
there.
put him in there too.
You got to put him as an all-around fielder too.
Oh, great utility player. He play
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
position. Yes, definitely. There's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of
But
people.
the prettiest thing to watch was somebody going from first to home. And Desmond, Wu, Eric, Tap. Yes, Tap. It's like poetry, man.
When he played in USA, his name was 1-0.
1-0. That's right.
But the original 1-9 was Dr. Wu, was white. He's the original 1-9.
Okay, he's the original. Okay.
But Tap represents that name very well.
1-0.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
When we played with Tribe, I had the line of design where it was Eric and Desmond from me.
Larry said, they call it a chop. I call it get on base.
And he was good at
Okay,
it.
now.
No doubt. He was good at it.
He batted like 850.
I was about to say, anytime I said, is he doing that on purpose? Like, what is he doing?
And then you mess around, he's gonna go 2.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Because if he gets there and you ain't throw it, and you throw it late to first, he's going to second. Yeah. But when I had Tribe, I designed a lineup where I had Eric and Desmond in front of me. Eric was disciplined enough to walk. Desmond would get the hit. I would just hit the ball deep, and we up 2-0.
Yeah, they
We were up 2-0. Because I would hit the ball deep, and they would just run, and nobody stopped.
I know Desmond had a problem with missing bases.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Man, when I was, I'm not gonna say fast, but I was quick. Because I knew how to cut the base. But if I don't get that first step right, it throws your whole journey off. And that was my problem. They would always call me out, oh, he missed second. I never thought I missed second, but everybody said, yeah, you missed about that.
That's a problem I never had. I used to hit it over the fence.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We're gonna close out on this.
No doubt.
You played in both parts. But I want you to give me a Kingston 9. I want you to give me a St. John's 10. That's how we're gonna do it. So give me your Kingston 9. Who you got playing first for the money?
I'm about to give you 2 every spot.
A and B?
Yeah, well, just say 2, I ain't gonna say A, B, but 2.
Okay.
I would have to go with Lenny Benjamin and Sonata.
Okay. Second.
Well, that is naturally, there's a fantastic 3.
You're talking about Kingston, right?
Yeah, so I'm talking about Kingston,
Yeah.
I said John. I gotta go with the fantastic 3. Al Butch and
So.
they were over here.
Okay. Who's behind the
I got with my man Jay.
Who pitched?
And Kingston, well, the only purpose of people struck down Kingston was Tap Senior, but he threw that shit that.
Yeah, that screwball.
So I would definitely go with Tap Senior and what's his name? The Spanish guy. I can't remember his name.
Who you play with?
He played when we played with more bread. He played in McCarran a lot.
Willie Soto?
Willie Soto. He struck me out.
Willie Soto?
Like he threw some shit at me that I gotta give you that. Third base.
Well, you already said those 3. You can't do third base.
I'm throwing me in third base too.
You can?
I'm gonna get my flowers.
Yeah, go get it.
I'm gonna get my flowers. So that would be my infield.
You got me
Outfield. I'll go with Larry.
72. Full center.
Wow. You and Derek Mann.
Man, you got it right.
No, Derek Mann, he played the shit out of that front.
Boy,
That's
I was Spider-Man. He climbed that thing.
Right field. I'm a Chuck fan, but he played the shit out that corner.
Yeah.
He played the shit out that corner. But now I'm still leaving out people like Derek Allen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He knows how to play that left field.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And if you go back and you know him, Kelly, Younger, let me tell you about this guy here. Hall of Fame basketball player.
When you see him out, you know.
Okay.
He was the original Dr. J. I'm talking about with the hand and I seen him at Kingston Park. You know how you got the post? He climbed to that post and caught the ball. Now he's the only person I ever seen him. He climbed the fence, stood on that post, and walked around the fence. That's how well he knew Kingston Park. And to this day, I've yet to see that happen.
That's crazy.
Again, I've seen games out there, man, that you just sit there and be like, damn. Crowds right there in your ear. If you can't take the heat, you're done. But at the plate, you had Junior, Javo, Pookie, all the hecklers right here.
Giving it to you.
What?
Java used to give it to you, man.
Mm.
Those were the days, man. You know, days are never coming back.
Mm.
St. John's.
Man. All right.
Don't pick the dudes that hit all the home runs.
No.
No, but that was St. John's.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Ray Haskins ball.
Okay.
Ray Haskins ball. If you can hit, you go play.
Behind the plate, I'm going with Jay. And not being biased, first base is a fight, but I'm a heavy fan. And I'm a Lenny Benjamin, I'm a Salam, I'm just a heavy fan. Always. Not just because he's not with us no more. I'm a heavy fan. Second base. I gotta go with 7.
Okay. Up the middle.
Up the middle. Well, I'm gonna just skip that right now. Shortstop, I'm going with Watson.
Okay.
I'm going with Watson.
You want to skip short center?
I had to go to Watson first. I got you, man. Magic my short center.
Yeah, what's up, you baby? Give me what you did.
I already had you, Magic. I had you.
I
had you, man. I had to skip
You making sure you gonna skip that down.
Let me tell you a story about playing up the middle.
I had to go with Watson. And third base at this time, and when we talking about that part, I had to go with Tony Cherry.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember Tony Cherry was the third baseman. Going to right field, thought I'm going with Junior. Junior gonna play right field with whatever team. I wish he was with USA. I hope you heard that. Center field. At that time,
It can be any time.
I gotta put Wu. Wu would be my center field. And my left fielder, Derek Oliver. See, got Dave behind the pitching. What's the dude name? Munch? That's that dude name?
These dudes here. Man.
That's that dude name.
They gotta get my names up there.
I'm not sure if that's the name though.
I gotta look it up.
Look it up. I think
That's range, 4 years in that range.
Right, where's the foot?
But if not me, man, and I always say the best pitcher of my time that I've seen, and I try to build my game around him when he was pitching, and he was one of the greatest defensive pitchers was Heavy. I don't know if you knew that.
And that's what I was.
Heavy was that 6th infielder, like you wasn't getting nothing by Heavy. Lenny Benjamin. Lenny Benjamin.
Lenny's good,
And like it was just that would have been my crew for I took out, and I left a lot of people out, but that crew right there, it's just that again, me and Junior always was cool. I really didn't play with him much, but I always cherished this game. Like it was just Junior playing, and this is even when I was Munch. I'm going to watch Junior play. It was just like that. And a lot of people don't, not because I'm from Brooklyn, he's from Queens. I don't care where you're from. You know what I'm saying? It was just a privilege watching Junior play. We could sit here like imagine mentioning Kelly Utley, and I'm a USA to my heart. I keep saying that, but Junior was something special. Al. Something special. Al and Larry, and then there was just so many great players. But that team right there, and right behind me, I'm taking Big D just in case somebody act up and I need a home run.
Y'all see Big D coming again, beat Pepto Bismol. grab any grab,
And just hit it out.
head across the street.
My one memory of Big D was when Munch had us playing 30 and over, me and Moby. And we ain't nowhere near 30.
I remember that,
And I
yeah.
guess we was the two ringers.
Anybody else there, I was adding.
Me, Mo, Dad, Big D.
Uh-huh.
He was dunking the ball on these dudes, man. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude, you play basketball too?
And you know, at that time, as everybody was talking up, everybody, and all they were doing was beating Big D.
All day.
All day.
Hey.
The funniest thing to watch is to watch him coach the girls. Have you ever seen him coach the girls?
No, how's that going, man, with the girls, man?
Before you go out, you see what he's doing now?
Mhm.
This is how he coaches the girls.
So they train, they good.
I had the same team for like 14 years. And I had them, like now they're grown women, got kids.
Yeah, yeah.
We just, something special.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Again, you know, a lot of people talk about talent, but you gotta have chemistry. And my
Definitely.
team, I could be talent with my chemistry anytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have girls that know when they coming out court, where you at, where you at, where you at.
Mm.
I have a girl named Tiny Adams, I have Erica Morrow, I have Big Love, I have Monet, Aaliyah, and all these girls go overseas, they graduated, got good jobs, and we still together.
Right.
We don't want Westport the last 3 years. They kicked us out of Dykeman because we kept winning Dykeman. We go to Vegas for money tournaments. It's just a privilege to have these grown women.
Yeah.
But and they win their kids, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
And
And the press, they had a press. Awesome.
1-3-1. It was, you know,
Just traveling all over the place.
all over. And you know, and it's a privilege to just to have them because again, these grown women now,
Mhm.
and they just like us want something to do. And like, we can't wait till the season starts. The season starts June 14th. I can tell you the date, but we ain't played last year.
Mhm.
Oh man, and I'm gonna make sure I call you out. Come
Yeah,
watch.
definitely, man. Definitely.
I have to guard. You could just look her up. Her name is Renee Taylor. Played for the University of Miami. Girl that can shoot real good. Girl you like. But yeah, definitely. I still want, you know, I coach your daughter.
Yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm gonna tell you why
I
about
coach your
that.
daughter.
That's JB checking in.
Another, him and his brother?
Yeah, I have a little, don't worry, I'm gonna get them more, I'm gonna get you more. So, she was playing with X-Men, Titanium,
I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
and I get a call from Munch. So what's up, man? I said, "Yo, why is your daughter over here playing with X-Men?" I said, "Dude, I'm not there, I got nothing to do with that." He said, "All right, well, she coming with me, man, tell her to take that uniform off." So Naya calls me, she said, "Is he serious?" I said, "Yeah, that's your uncle. You gotta take that uniform off. You might as well wrap that up. You might as well,
Yeah, right.
you might as well leave that. I'm not gonna argue with him. Take that off, go over there with your family, man." You do it." She said, "Yeah, I can do that." So that was funny. And I think she did.
Now she played with me for 1 whole year,
Mhm.
and then her and her mother did some things.
Mhm.
And then she, at that time, I didn't have a travel team. We just played local.
Mhm.
And then I put her with. She went back to the X-Men,
Mhm.
and then for the X-Men, she went with Exodus with Patchy.
Mhm.
And then she went and played on all these tournaments and stuff like that. But yeah, because I looked at her like, wait a minute, ain't you Al daughter? Time out. This is doing a game. Time out. I said, sweetheart, you gotta take that off. She's like, what? I said, nope. I said, I tell you what. I go, hey Al, she took the jersey off. We had a game the next hour in Kingston, and she played with me in Kingston. Yeah,
And that goes back to what we said originally. Family. You know what I'm saying? And I said this in my past interviews. Family is the key. When we started at St. John's, we would bring our kids and we would know everything was all right. No matter what inspired throughout the game. But at the end of the game, Al, you need a ride? All right, come on. Miles, you need a ride? And I always have my crew. Me, my wife, my daughter, and Donna.
Mhm.
And then tomorrow again. You know. family was the key. You know, and people will watch ours, we will watch theirs. And, you know, that's what it was about. That's what it was about.
Al, before we leave, I'm gonna say this to you. We appreciate what you're doing not for USA, and I could talk about softball period because the M Magic, we one of the originals that came out of this. We was always trying to do something like this for years, but no one never stepped up to do it because it's just so much history in what we do and how we became the men we are today. And you already know you have a lot of haters, which that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? All I can tell you is, man, is continue doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. It's something that we look forward. You see my wife be on the board and me.
Yeah, she on this.
And she answers more of the questions than I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she answered the question, oh, Munch, shut up, Munch, I got it. So, you know, and I speak to a lot of people, man, and we just highly appreciate, like, after you had the interview with Ray Haskins, he put me and Lloyd on the phone and said, y'all better go meet with him. Y'all better go meet with him because he appreciated what you did. And the point that you just listen. It ain't like you like trying to saying what we seeing is incorrect because half of the history we telling you wasn't even there. So for a person like you just to listen and absorb everything that we're saying, man, I can tell you for myself, that's my brother, we appreciate it. And for further, and everybody know I work for Parks and my brother do anything I could do to make this continue and you need any help, whether it's my department, we got it. And I will be out there supporting on the 10th. No doubt about it. Good night. And I'm definitely gonna, you know, once you get ready to put it on board, anything we need, just let me know. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, as you see with me, it's just a phone call.
I know.
Yeah, and it's done. And you know, to put the two thoughts that we just said, family and a park. A lot of us are where we are now because of softball.
Right.
You know, the network that you form on that field, like Buddy Keaton and Lloyd opened the door for us. For Butch, you know, for a lot of us. We in turn open doors for others. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because of softball. Dave Goldstein. You know, that's my dog. Me and him always had beef, but he knew I had his back. He opened the door for thousands of people. Again, all because of softball. That network is there, or that was there. Now there is no network because these young boys don't listen.
Right.
You know, what you're doing is highly appreciated. Like, just something for us to talk about. And I enjoy it. Like I said, I know you be seeing Val, I'll be right there with her watching. I be cursing people out, but you can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the answers they be getting, I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here. But that's part of it. That's what it's about. And, definitely, I know the USA family appreciate it. I speak for Coach Lloyd and Coach Ray. Lloyd couldn't be here today because he had a lot of Ray's out of town. But believe me, when he come back,
I already know.
He said he got some stories for you.
Yeah, we already chopped it up.
And I definitely, before we go, I want to definitely, I will speak to you about it. I talk to my brother every day. Maybe one interview, I would just like to bring up all the people that we lost. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't know the people we lost that when we say a name, people gonna be like, what? You know, certain people that we like a DJ.
And see, these are the people that fall in between those cracks during the transition period of real softball and this bullshit that they're putting down.
Right.
All right. Me personally, and I'm saying it on the air, I can't watch a softball game anymore. I can't. The caliber of ball play out there is ridiculous. You got one ball player that may have lasted it all.
Because it's not no more about a team. Everybody want to be themselves. Like, oh, I did this, I did that. We never spoke about that.
We went sun up, sun down, and beyond.
We played one game now, we tied. How many games you used to play today?
The weekend?
Yeah, like
one day, a typical Sunday.
How many games you used to play?
6.
And that's counting, not even counting basketball.
Not even basketball. 6.
Easily.
Because remember, we started in the morning with me in Queens, and you know you got 2 in St. John's and 2 in Kingston, and it sometimes flop. Either you finished in St. John's or you finished in Kingston. But you always started in Queens, no matter what. The 9 o'clock was in Queens somewhere, and you was with Dave. You probably with Dave.
That's a whole different dimension.
Totally different. So,
Definitely.
but I do this for you guys. I'm a part of you guys' lineage. I grew up under you. You guys are great role models. You're my teachers, my big brother, my uncles. You know, your kids know. I grew up with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm Uncle Al. That's what I'm saying. I do this for you guys. I don't want you guys to be forgotten. I'm not going to let it happen. That's why I wanted to do this, because I think it needs to be told. The relationships that we had in that park, outside of that park, we still remain good friends after 30+ years. You know what I'm saying? I can still pick up the phone and call y'all. Yo, what's up, bro? How y'all doing? Everybody good? You know, even when the stuff was going on in Texas, you called me, you both checked up on me. You know, my mom's passed. You know, I got on the phone to Max. He said, just let it out. It's more than just softball. It's family. You know, like you always say. So I appreciate you guys just giving me the time and energy, even though I know I can get it anytime I want. But still, for y'all to be here, I'm thankful. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys to death. You know how I feel. We go way back. So, you know, we're gonna close out. Is anything else y'all want to say?
I appreciate it. Looking forward to the next one. That's all.
That's all. We're gonna get the whole USA in here. We're gonna get Ray, Lloyd, Smooth. We're gonna get everybody up there this time.
That's gonna be sad.
And Reg gotta come. Reggie gotta be.
Reg, you're gonna have to fly in for that
Yeah, he
one.
gotta fly in.
Reg is a historian.
Right, he know everybody.
He can
Right?
answer all the questions we need, Reg.
Imagine get Reg being satellite and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's follow on the screen.
But listen, I do want to say something. You brought up a point in some of the passages as it was about the Queens and the Brooklyn.
Okay.
I looked at it as, yeah, you from Queens, but you just another guy that I want to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the competitiveness. I don't care if you're from Germany, but if you're on that other team, my objective is to beat the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
After the game, we all friends.
Mhm.
So my point, I never looked at them as Queens guys.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at them as new me.
Mm-hmm.
New me. I want to beat you. Whether that happen all the time? No. Because they beat me, I beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But I never looked at them as outsiders. I just looked at them as new me. Larry invited me, Reg invited me, Mike to go out to Queens. Same thing, Black. Just competitiveness.
Right.
And I want them to know, from my point, I never looked at them as outsiders.
Right.
I just looked at them as some new meat that I'm here to see this shit
Yeah,
out.
that's it. You're coming across that bridge. We got you. So that's cool. Well, I'm not gonna say too much. We're gonna close out. A60. I got the local, how you say it?
Your beats.
The Yopis in the building with me. I appreciate my family always taking time out for me. We got something going on next week. We're gonna go into all that. I'm closing out my second home, Elite Learners. Thank you for letting me use the building as always. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this interview. Like this interview. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chopping Up with A60. And I'll see you guys later. Peace and love.
Later.
Peace.